Class is in session. This is Professor Ganymede. We have another in-depth analysis game for Lucio, and we're going to be playing on Numbani. So let's break it down. 4, 3, 2, 1.
I don't know if we need 3 on that side.
I want to stay. Lucio wants to stay here.
Brian should definitely be up here with me.
Okay. All right. So I said that Lucio wants to stay up here. Why do I say that? Because you could actually, I can see everyone in this area. I mean, look at this number here. I have 5 people within my hill range. I don't need to be over there. I mean, they're going to be fighting over there, and all they need from me is my aura. They need my healing and my speed. They don't really need my damage, and I don't want to be in the position to do damage because I don't want to be in a position where I'm trying to do damage because, first of all, Lucio's damage is pretty negligible except to finish off targets, and it distracts you. I want to be the eyes for my team. I take it upon myself to keep track of a number of things. Enemy positioning, I call out enemy positioning. I'll call out, you know, what the enemy team has. You know, I try to keep track of the enemy team's ultimate. So I need to be the eye. So I'm gonna stay over here. My team can be over there. I'll speed you. Now, whether or not that was a good idea to amp, we'll see. I just wanted Ryan. The game has already started. I wanted Ryan to get up there faster. We'll see whether or not this amp comes into play here.
Hey,
whether or not
charge him?
we'll see whether or not I don't have my amp when I need it. Rohog, I'm speeding you.
Up here.
I got him.
Nice. Happy heals.
That's why we need to hold that.
That app didn't come into play, so it was fine. I could have just sped that guy, that Reinhardt, but I apped him in position fast enough to get it, you know, get where he needed to go. So, and it was early in the match where that app was fine. Need people on point?
Chase him down.
2 seconds on app? Yeah. Okay. So notice how I don't actually decide to go down there, even though I do see Epic. Get that one with Zenyatta. Alright, I do see a bunch of enemies on there, but I do not go down there myself because my allies are already on the point. So I can just safely be up here, throw down suppressing fire, even though I'm not really trying to do damage with that thing. I'm just kind of throwing because I can. And make sure I'm staying safe. So, you know, I was using this over here when someone was shooting at me. That's the kind of cover I want to use. Just so I can constantly get good line of sight on my team. Like if someone goes in, I know people are going to be going to this little choke point, this little room in here. You guys see that room? They're going to be going to that room. So I want a good angle on that. That's why I moved over here. And then if I need to, I can use this little pillar right here as line of sight. Yeah. Five seconds on that. Yeah. All right. So you hear me. You're gonna hear me periodically. Pretty much every time my app is at 5 seconds or under 5 seconds, I will announce it to my team. Not only because it helps me keep track of my app, so I can be a more efficient healer, but also lets my team know how aggressively they should be playing because they know Lucio is going to be able to amp a healing soon, or they know, or I'll say also you'll hear me say amping or amping heals. Because then they know, okay, Lucio just amped. He's not going to be on the amp for a while, so maybe we should be less aggressive. So that's why I announced those things. So my team can decide, you know, can make a more informed decision on how they want to play. They're not going to be like, Lucio, where's my heals? Where's my heals? I'm like, I literally just told you my amp was on. I literally just amped 2 seconds ago. So I'm not going to, I don't get any of that from my teammates because they know. Because I told them. Amping. You got to concentrate on getting that headshot.
Ryan's low.
Oh, 2 seconds on that. I'm on point. Damn it. So I jumped on the point there because no one else was. And I tried to go, I'm going to rewind that. And notice with the position I tried to jump on. It was very deliberate. 1 minute. Bear with me. All right. So this is the position I want to jump because I know in this if I use these trees and in this area in general, like if I bounce between here, not on this little platform that's right behind here, but if I bounce from this tree to this, I will be contesting the point in the air. Though Reinhardt, because of this, the huge arc of his swing, was able to hit me from there and knock me out of my trajectory, which kind of threw off my plans. And then I was actually heading for the health pack back here, but Zenyatta with the aim, so that was the goal. And I do contest from right here to here. I do contest a lot in that area for a long time, but Reinhardt OP. Reinhardt OP.
Oh man.
I don't want to see that.
I was just buying time.
It's fine, we can set up.
Oh.
But, yeah. I'll just back up.
Yeah, I'm in my underwear,
Yeah,
Midnight
just let me
Fox.
get it.
Yeah, Evs, I'm recording for the YouTube. You guys are now on YouTube. I'm gonna keep this in the recording.
App heals on you.
There we go, apping heals.
The volume turned all the way up.
Alright. Elevation, guys. Elevation. And look how easy I was able to fall back out of line of sight of that soldier who was shooting at me just because I was elevated. Again, I don't need to be down there. Like, doing damage really narrows your vision. I have much more important things to be doing than doing damage. I just need to stay safe and affect people with my auras.
Who do I got still up?
Let's see. Soldier. Roadhog top left. Reaper top left. Roadhog flanking top left. Happy Hills.
You gotta contest people. It's right at that point.
We can jump on a contest.
Reaper.
We can contest.
Casting it.
Yes.
Right at the point, guy.
So that was a great ult. Just because I got the ult off before my Reinhardt died, which is what I wanted to do. Plus, I was saying we can contest. Why I say we can contest? And because why not? Why not? Go fight. They're close, and we had ults, so might as well go fight while they're close. Don't want to be too passive. Now I could have I could have used my ult from a different location. Like I could have tried to stay elevated while using my ult, but I wanted to get line of sight on people who may have been in this tunnel. And so let me see whether or not. Let me rewind.
It's right at that point.
Like look to the position I'm in. In this position, I have a very narrow line of sight, which is oftentimes the case with certain elevated locations. We can jump on a contest.
Reaper.
We can contest. Yeah. Okay.
Casting it.
See?
Right at
There we go. So, again, you see, I jumped down there specifically because I wanted line of sight on the people here. Like these people right here, you see them? They probably got my ult. Yeah, yeah. You see, Zenyatta got my ult, and he wouldn't have got that ult had I ulted from where I was. So that's the reason I jumped down there. Now, it is dangerous because of how long it takes for you to hit the ground. You could either die before or on your way, or the person you're trying to hit with your ult could die because your ult obviously isn't activated instantly. So it is a risk, it is a gamble. It was a calculated risk because I did want to hit as many people as possible with that ult. And I got 4 people. And we were to push this point off. Before Zenyatta, I don't even know if Zenyatta even needed to ult there. But that's whatever. Good test. Top, Roadhog top. Elevation! Elevation!
Roadhog's discorded. Reaper top left.
behind and Zen on the right. Like you made.
Reaper's still top left.
Still caught lost forward, guys.
Oh. Happy heals. Ah, May. Okay.
So you notice I apped my heal as soon as I heard that that someone got hooked. It's a gamble because some of the time the Roadhog just kills the person, so sometimes they don't. It's very unreliable. You can't predict. It's not like an instant death all the time. Sometimes your teammates do live, which is why I do app pretty much whenever I see someone get hooked with the odds chance that they live. I'd say about 30% of the time that the person who gets hooked by a Roadhog does live. So I'm just like, oh, whatever, I'll app, just because it's just a cooldown. It'll come back, and if they do live, then I want them to have healing immediately, basically.
Hard behind.
Or speed buff immediately, whatever they need. Boy. Oh man. Now my entire team dies here, and I'm just like, what do I do? So I can't go below because Soldier's ulting, so I have to go above. Ninja. Ah! So I tried to sneak past Roadhog here, but Lucio is loud as hell, so he definitely heard me. Just turned around, gave me the hooks. So that was sad. At least I didn't die too late after my team died. I died within like 2-3 seconds after my team died. But I really wasn't intending to die there. I'm just like, I wanted to sneak past this Roadhog. But this Roadhog is a freaking monster. Like, he gets the epic hooks this game. Like, oh my god, this is a monster. He gets such good hooks. I realize how dangerous he is. I'm just like, we have to keep track of this guy.
Roadhog right side.
Happy heals. We can collapse on the Reinhardt.
Reaper right side behind.
Oh, yeah. I got to pause it. Damn it. Alright, so I like when enemy Reinhardts do that because that makes them really easy targets. So you notice I said, hey, we can collapse on this guy because he's so isolated. But then Reaper came in with the ultimate, and notice how I did not ult myself as soon as I heard Reaper's ult for a couple of reasons. Reaper usually is close enough to the person he's trying to kill when he ults to kill them before my Lucio app can activate. If I try my Lucio ultimate, if I try to use Lucio's ultimate in reaction to hearing him use his, so I'm just like, whatever. If that person's gonna die, they're gonna die because I don't want to waste my cooldowns trying to save someone who can't be saved, basically. So I have that discipline, and I saved my app, my ult, my ultimate, Lucio ultimate, my break it down, my drop the beats.
Roadhog behind, he's discorded.
Happy heals.
Oh boy.
Oh, Roadhog.
God.
Roadhog left side. Roadhog left side. Roadhog behind the point, left side.
So I don't know why, but I have very poor directional hearing, and it's not like it's my headphones. I mean, I have Sennheiser headphones. Like, these things are like top. I spent like $100 on these headphones, or like $80 or something. These things are top quality. Sennheiser is a great brand. I just can't really identify directions that footsteps are coming from. I can identify that they're happening. And he was so incognito. Like, I now just rewatching this, I heard him coming now, but I didn't hear him until he was he was already in kill range. Even now, I didn't hear Roadhog until he was already in kill range. I don't know what's up with that. Like, I don't know. He's so loud, so I don't know why I can't hear these things coming. And there's also another thing. I can't hear the direction that McCree is ulting from. It's crazy. Like, no matter how many times I intentionally, I'm just like, where is he? It sounds like he's in every direction at once. It sounds like his voice just reverberates off the walls, even if there's no walls, and he's just everywhere. Like, I tried Dolby Atmos, and it just doesn't work. I cannot hear directionally. The best I can do is hear footsteps coming, and then just start looking around to find them.
Nice.
But other people don't even have to look.
Still alive. This Roadhog is a monster.
Don't
Yeah,
let
he's
back
in the
out.
room to the right.
Reaper's going to the point. Don't make the point.
This is probably where I should have been in the first place to avoid that Roadhog death.
Roadhog's still in the right room.
Yeah, this location is probably what it should have been, but I don't think this would help either. Cause I think he came up. I can't see came up these stairs and he dropped down from behind me, so I would have died either way if I didn't hear him fast enough.
What size damage at? If you're
There's
pulling-
always this chance been that Fox. You never get up on your teammates. Never give up.
Okay. All right. So what I said there was there's always a chance Midnight Fox. So one of my regular stream viewers is Midnight Fox, and he told me he's like you shouldn't amp a heal when a person gets hit by Roadhog, and because most of the time he made a good point. Most of the time they die, but some of the time they do. So I have I have hope. I'm like you're gonna live. So. Whether or not to amp when someone gets hooked, it's a gamble. I'll admit. So you have to decide for yourself. I won't say there's one best way to do it. Decide for yourself whether or not you want to do that.
Roadhog right, Roadhog right.
Okay. God damn it. Okay. All right. That was a useless ult. So that was a bad ult. Here's why that was a bad ult. Reinhardt had his shield up, and we had a Zarya who had her bubbles, off cooldown. So like realistically, no one was really in harm's way there. No one's really in harm's way because of those shields that were up. So I definitely could have saved my ult there. That ult didn't really accomplish anything. What that ult allowed was, it allowed Reinhardt to go in, but basically I baited my Reinhardt because he's like, oh, I ulted now, I got to go in. So he charges in. Let's see if it works out.
Roadhog right,
No.
second behind.
No. Reinhardt died. Reinhardt died. I totally baited my Reinhardt there because I ulted at the wrong time, and he's like, oh, I gotta make use of this Lucio ult, and he runs in with just a fading Lucio shield. Like, the shield fades really fast. And so I totally baited out that. And so I think we lose this round. I mean, we win the entire game, but we lose this round in general. Like, trying to get a good ultimate on Lucio is really, really hard. Like, it's so hard. You have to take so many factors into play. It's like getting a hole-in-one over and over again. You have to take in like wind direction, all this bullshit. Cooldowns, who has what you have to predict how much damage is gonna be coming in based on who has cooldowns, based on who the damage is hitting. It's like, you just gotta practice, guys, because it's really hard to figure out how to get a perfect ultimate. And you can get a perfect ultimate.
Man, he hits every hook.
I mean, so even if I had saved my ultimate there, maybe we would have won this. Though they had plenty of time to push. Maybe.
Well, we beat
I want to rewatch that. Well, okay, so I caused my Reinhardt to die, basically. So the game could have played out completely differently if I didn't cause my Reinhardt to die there. So, man, you gotta work on getting those perfect Lucio ults. I get a lot. I'd say like 70 to 80% of the time I get a great Lucio ult, but then like 20 to 30% of the time, like my Lucio ults just like whiff because they fade so fast, and there's an activation time. So there's a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Like error or what's the word I'm looking for? There's a lot of margin of error when it comes to Lucio. Oh, and then in a way that other people really have to deal with. Like Zen's ult, he just pops it, and then his ult for the entire duration of the ult, it heals them the same amount, 300 HP per second. He doesn't start healing less over time, but that's what Lucio's shield is. The shield fades 100 shield per second, so if you don't get good use out of that shield within like the first 2 seconds, you're not really gonna get that much use out of that shield. So, and then with the delay, it's just really hard, guys. But that was that round. We lost that round. I don't know. I don't remember whether we lost the entire game. That's because the game definitely isn't over. But it doesn't matter. Just doing that breakdown of this round. Hopefully you guys learned something from that, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. This has been Professor Ganymede. Thanks for watching. Class dismissed.